someone else who has proven not only to be good with the stats and the metrics, but also the sales as well, is our commissioner, George Killebrew. We caught up with George and he has been doing the round. So busy boy has been George doing the interviews, getting ready for what will be one of the biggest seasons, if not the biggest season of Major League Rugby to date. So I got a chance to catch up with him briefly earlier today.
Well, really the whole commercial side of MLR has really started to take off, which has kind of been a missing link. And it starts with personnel. You just mentioned it. I was able to attract a guy that I've worked with for 25 years from Fox, to join the league as the chief commercial officer. And he's only been here for about 8 months, but he hit the ground running, had a lot of relationships and just was a consummate pro. So, because of that, that's led to, a lot of announcements. One of the most impactful ones is a partnership with American Airlines. I mean, they're unique that they fly to all 13 of our cities, including Toronto. So that was important. But, they really wanted to be a part of the growth of rugby, which was a really kind of cool part of the deal. And they could handle, our travel, obviously, and there's financial components. And, so it's really an encompassing kind of relationship with a major brand. And we couldn't be more pleased about American. Obviously, I've had a long history with them being here in Dallas. I did a naming rights, facility deal with them for the American Airlines Center. So I couldn't be more happy to have them on board. And as I said, it's, a major brand, but, we got a couple more coming this week that are equally as nameworthy. So, it goes back really to the personnel, and you mentioned it. We have a really good staff. Well, first of all, you dance with the one that brung you. I think that's the motto, and that is CBS. CBS has been, a very good partner to this league from the early days, and will continue to do about 17 matches on CBS Sports Network. And as I mentioned, the finals will be on what I like to call Big CBS in prime time on August the 1st. Then we've overlaid Fox to that with an additional 17 matches or so. And, we started that last season, but as you guys know, we only got through 5 weeks. But FS2 had a couple actually really great games last year before we had to shut it down. And one in particular, I remember from San Diego, and it was a beautiful day. The stands were full. The telecast was great. The rugby was good. And it's just, TV is so important because for the non-rugby nation, if they want to try us out, that's their first way of doing so. And I watched that telecast on FS2 and I said to myself, that's an event I would like to attend. Like, it just looked great on television. And that's what we got to use television for. Yeah, on the OTT piece, Dan, we've been working on this for a year. I first had a face-to-face with the Rugby Pass guys out at the LA 7. So that was a year ago. And, basically what we've been doing as a league is, I kind of look at it as renting versus owning. We've been renting space on other people's platforms where we were not very important, to be honest with you. And now, and I give kudos to our ownership group because this isn't an inexpensive undertaking. We made the decision to be a buyer instead of a renter. And so we're partnering with the Rugby Pass as the backbone. Obviously, why would you partner with anyone else? They have rugby in their name. They have rugby in their DNA. The places we were renting, they had a lot of different clients. So now we found one that's indigenous to us, and we've begun our own, and it's going to be called the Rugby Network. And it's going to be wonderful. We're rolling it out. Well, we'll have rolled it out by the time this airs. And we're just looking forward to it. Rugby fans now in North America, will have a place they can go, and it'll begin with MLR content. That'll be day one kind of things. But over time, we hope to, be a destination for rugby content here in North America. I think it was attractive. Obviously, it was attractive for us for the reasons I articulated. I think it was attractive to the Rugby Pass because, North America is a place it's kind of the last bastion for them. They're so well known around the world, but they don't really have a North American presence, and they will now.